ICA's mission is to promote the preservation and accessibility of archives globally, ensuring that records of all types, traditional and digital, remain reliable and authentic sources of knowledge and history. As archivists and heritage professionals, we have a duty to ensure that the records and heritage we preserve are authentic, truthworthy, and accessible to future generations.
So Eureka 3D is a project funded by the Digital Europe program of the European Commission. It started on the 1st of January 23, and the last 2 years it will end at the end of 24. The coordinator is a Photo Consortium International Association, that is one of the aggregators of Europeana, with a very skilled partnership. The concept is that we want to produce not a geometrical representation of a cultural heritage only, but a memory twin, a twin of the memory that that object brings with this. So we need a lot of information. And in order to manage this information, we created in Eureka 3D a data hub.
Let's take a step further. So while looking for images of the Mona Lisa, I showed these various variations. But nowadays, we have tools based on artificial intelligence that also allow us to manipulate the content. So we're not only speaking about unintentional deviations between different captures, we're speaking about intentional changes that have been made to the content. So again, we're ending close to 50-50%. And we're now exactly at 50-50%. If you look at the results, this was another one which is real. So this thing, it's a lion's mane jellyfish, which does actually exist, and you can find several videos and images of it online.
The most concrete outcomes of the project is this data hub, that is a dedicated suite of tools and services for cultural heritage institutions who want or need to store, preserve, manage, and share data, metadata, and paradata generated in 3D digitization project. So while Eureka 3D is focused on really helping institutions to implement high-quality 3D digitization and created services, tools, guidelines, case studies, and so on and so forth, Eureka 3D XR is the continuation project where we really want to explore what we can do with these 3D collections of cultural heritage that are being digitized and shared on the digital realm. And in particular, Eureka 3D XR, as the name suggests, will develop innovative reuse scenarios and tools to create extended reality applications for cultural heritage promotion.
It's not just the objects, but what the objects means in the context of production creation. So here is the idea that one of our partners in the project insists, and I think it's something really crucial, the idea of memory twins. We are not just reproducing these objects in a most perfect way, but we also are linking this object to all the records, all the meanings that explain the utility of all this. So Eureka 3D provide this, and mainly it let us face the main challenges for 3D digitization. One challenge is achieving high quality digital reproduction. And this means that it's not enough with best equipment. You require skilled professionals, a working methodology, the ability to analyze the complexity of the objects that you will reproduce, and criteria to assess the results. So you need guidelines, you need a methodology, and this is provided by this BGIA study that was written in 2020 by the Cyprus University of Technology, that is member in Eureka 3D. And in Eureka 3D, we created a product from this study that are these digitization guidelines. Because with these guidelines, the information is more simplified, and you also have a step by step for working in a 3D project. So it tells you what you need to do in order to be successful.
So first of all, it is mandatory to use cross polarization. So using a filter, as you see in this metallic part, you can spot the reflection of the bases. But turning the filter can make it disappear. This also is with special effects added, but the basic texture, it's like it was the mirror, like it's darker part, like using the more neutral images. And this is how you can successfully digitize these problematic elements.
Since then, for over 30 years, there has been a number of additional formats that have been added to them. I don't have time to go through all of them, but I have highlighted a few of them that I'm going to briefly introduce to you. I will do that in a little bit of in a teaser mode because we don't have much time. And I'm going to focus more on why and what these formats can do, but not how they do it. I think this is something JPEG committee is very proud of, and by this extension, it is hoping that it is going to even extend the number of applications where it is used, performance or compression efficiency or resources, etc. You have to also show a path from how to migrate from JPEG 1 ecosystem into JPEG XL. And this is really what JPEG XL is about. In fact, and the other one, all these things that I told you that does processing and computer vision tasks. And the one that is doing the processing, it's almost finished, as I said. It's going in January, actually, so just a couple of months from now, is going to be ready for use next year. And this is JPEG DNA. Now, question is, why DNA suddenly? Well, because DNA, a lot of people who are active in this area have found that DNA is actually a very, very good medium for data storage. It has very, very good density. You can actually put extremely high volume of data in very, very tiny volumes of DNA. It's stable, thousands of years, and from energy point of view also, it's very eco-friendly.
And you said something that is really helpful, and is the key answer of this. It depends on what you want, what functionalities you expect from this format, and what are the resources. So I think we learned that first of all we need to have the right questions before deciding what format to use.